Do you like the loud sound of a powerful sports car? I really hope you do. But what if you hear that sound not somewhere out on a country road or at a sporting event, but in the evening when you're about to put your child to bed and something loud and rumbling like that pulls into your yard? It's obviously annoying. No kidding, let's be honest. It drives you crazy. So how do you reconcile that? Here's another situation. Take a look at modern, relatively small displacement turbo engine. 2 liters, 200 horsepower, over 300 Newton meters of torque. It drives just fine, but you won't get any special sound out of it. Just like, for example, modern Formula 1. Remember how the naturally aspirated engines used to sound? And how, to be honest, the current little turbo engines sound pretty weak. So here's the question. How do you combine, on the one hand, a good, pleasant car sound, and at the same time make sure it doesn't bother us in everyday life? And I think I've found one of the solutions to this problem. How to make the sound pleasant, but at the same time not annoying. You're watching the program Useful Tips. Let's go! Sergey, what are we going to do with this car today?
Today, we're going to install our acoustic system on it. That's right. This is an electronic exhaust system, as it's usually called, or an active exhaust. Yes, these are speakers that are installed under the rear bumper and they're invisible from the outside. There's also an electronic module that connects to the car's onboard system, and everything is linked together with connecting wires, updated, and works as a whole.
How do you tell your friends about this? You just say, I installed an active exhaust. Cool. Everyone will say,
yeah,
active exhaust is cool. But I install a sound system. Well, it's something, it's just speakers. So I get that it's not real, it feels a bit fake.
Listen, there's this stereotype, right? That a powerful car should sound
powerful.
Powerful, yeah. But if you look closely into the intricate details, there are a significant number of cars where you simply cannot obtain a truly powerful exhaust sound except by meticulously installing a dedicated sound system.
Starting with electric cars.
For example, modern electric cars, efficient diesel cars, or even standard cars with not a very big engine, like a modest 2-liter, for instance. Even if you meticulously do something significant to it, there's absolutely no guarantee you'll ultimately get precisely what you originally want. But with a sound system, you can listen, choose there are 15 sounds to pick from, find 3 or 4 you like, and keep driving.
How did the owner of this car express his wishes?
He wanted this car to sound better, so we're not installing the most powerful kit. He just wants a good sound enhancement, which is exactly what our Standard Plus kit provides. And basically, he truly wants it to sound incredibly beautiful, powerfully impactful, wonderfully refined, but definitely not annoying at all.
You could make it sound like a V8, for example, like a naturally aspirated engine, right? But it would probably be funny.
Well, for this car, probably yes.
Well, I would say it's just so weighty, massive.
Yes, this is our column.
Iron.
Yes. So inside there is a 13 centimeter speaker from Hertz. This is our exit hole. It is made of galvanized steel, powder coated.
Yes.
Here, the speaker is located there at a special angle. We place it with the logo facing down and put it like this behind the amplifier.
It feels like the amplifier was specially designed.
Specifically, it does.
Amplifier shape,
Yes.
especially for your band.
This is how it will stand. We will secure it. This is the first point. And the second point, we will add the second speaker here. This is our additional speaker horn type. Here, it gives a soundtrack at medium and high speeds. That's when the car starts to accelerate.
Yeah.
That's exactly where it comes into play. This speaker works at idle.
Higher frequencies, such a roar, yes. They, of course, need to be as water and salt resistant as possible.
Well, the speakers themselves, which we install inside, before putting them in, we disassemble them and treat them with a special varnish, so that the membrane isn't affected by water, chemicals, or anything else. And then we install them, water gets in there.
Yes.
But there the speaker is under the influence of current, it vibrates.
Yeah.
Yes. And when he gets water, he just spits it out, throws it away.
Who is responsible for developing the essential software, and how exactly does your company's specialized software seamlessly integrate and function within the vehicle's existing software architecture?
We develop software ourselves. So we have a team of developers. We choose sounds or cars that are interesting to us or to clients, record them with several microphones, then process everything in the studio.
Is it possible to come to you and say, I want my car to sound exactly like, say, I don't know, Bugatti?
well, then you need to find a Bugatti to record its sound, right? Because sounds downloaded from the internet are unsuitable for this. Right now, our system has 15 sounds.
How exactly does your system get married? How does it effectively connect to the vehicle? And how do they precisely establish a secure and reliable connection between each other?
Well, we have an electronic module. Basically, that's the heart and brain of the system, yes. Here are the sound files with the cars. Here are the sound files for the backfires. It also communicates with the car's electronics. We connect it to the onboard network via the CAN bus. Yes. It receives the data and then sends the signal to the sounds, meaning it plays them through the speakers via the amplifier. And which sound to play, you select and play it through the app, right?
How does the driver connect to the system?
Via Bluetooth with the phone. We have the iXsound Pro app. Yes, you launch it and it connects to this module via Bluetooth. The module is inside the car, either in the trunk or somewhere else, depending on where it's installed. And that's basically how they communicate.
I often drive into a particular part of the city where I really need the car to be much quieter. For instance, when I come home quite late at night and I truly don't want to disturb anyone.
Well, your phone is usually charging or somewhere nearby. Just open the app and either turn it off or simply lower the volume. Or another option, if the car has different modes, like drive select, we call it that. Well, that's an Audi specific term. The name is drive select. Other manufacturers call it a bit differently. So you can program different modes, comfort for calmer rides, Sport for more power, or Sport Plus, for example, for even more power. And there's also eco mode, so that it's completely turned off. So if you pull in somewhere and need to turn it off right away, just press eco mode. That's it, the system stops working. And the third option is to install an extra button for turning it on and off. So if that's something we do as well.
Are there any specific car manufacturers, particular brands, or even certain models that already have similar advanced systems installed as a standard feature directly from the factory?
In general, the VAG concern was the pioneer.
Yes.
They started to put this in general. Well, the technology is already known. It's been around for 10 years, maybe even more, right? They started installing them on diesel vehicles first. This is Audi S6, SQ5, SQ7.
Yeah.
Here on them, the exhaust is integrated onto the round cans.
Is there any impact on the warranty? That is, here are the cars, Chinese cars, they are mostly new.
Yes.
They are quite complex, and it would be a shame to lose the warranty on such a car. So you want good sound, but you also want, if the car is official, legal, especially since warranties are long now, 5 to 7 years, you want the warranty to remain valid.
Specifically, when it comes to our system, there is practically truly any interference with the car's vehicle. I mean, well,
Practically.
Practically, in any case, we do connect to it.
Yes.
We connect to receive data from it. That's definitely true, yes. But we connect to the wiring that is provided by the manufacturer. Here we additionally connect the power supply for this. These are CC wires, accessory ones.
Yeah.
Which the manufacturer specifically leaves, yes, in car. So that it would be possible to connect a video recorder, an alarm system. Actually, installing an alarm system is a greater intervention in the car than our system.
Yes, because you have to cut wires.
Exactly.
And with your system?
With ours, the wires are not cut. Basically, we only have 4 wires, power, ground, and in fact, a twisted pair for CAN. We connect the CAN in specific places where it is present, right? As a rule, we take the power from the fuse box, and for the ground, we just attach it to a bolt or nut, just somewhere on the car body. And that's basically it. You can always remove it, and it leaves no trace. Unlike, by the way, a traditional exhaust system, which once you've installed it, you can't really remove it, and it affects the engine's operation if you change it and so on.
Well, of course, yes.
Yes.
Is it possible to install such a system not on a car, but, I don't know, on a snowmobile, an ATV, or a yacht?
In our opinion, no. For classic motorcycles, snowmobiles, and similar vehicles, this system isn't necessary. They already have a pretty loud exhaust as it is. And for yachts too, it's just not needed.
What are some of the main parameters? So how many decibels does the system produce?
We measured it. It's somewhere between 90 and 115 decibels, depending on the situation, within that range. We can even reach 120 decibels, I think, if we use the horn at full acceleration. So it's about like that. 120
decibels? Pain threshold is around 130, right?
Yes. Well, it's not exactly... No, our goal isn't to make it blare. That's not our objective. If that were our goal, we probably would have used slightly different components chosen specifically for that purpose. Our aim is to create a good, rich, refined, and somewhat loud exhaust sound. That was the goal.
So if you compare your system to a traditional modified exhaust system, pros and cons?
If we compare them directly, what are the advantages? The first is that you can adjust the volume. That's the first advantage.
That's significant.
With a welded or modified muffler, you can't do that. Or with a straight pipe, right? Second, you can choose different sounds. With that, you only have one sound. But here, You can select various sounds. The third point is that you can remove the system, right? You can take it off and install it on another car. With the other one, once you've done it, you can't really remove it, right? That's it. Fourth, you can turn it off. You can just turn it off whenever you need to, right? Fifth, it doesn't affect the warranty in any way. But if we're talking about the downsides, a downside is that a traditional muffler bypass can be louder. If someone wants it, it can definitely be louder.
Is it possible to get pops and bangs with your system, those characteristic sounds when you let off the gas, like Tuesday 222?
We do have a pops and bangs option. I wouldn't say it's absolutely perfect, to be honest, but basically we have categories for those who want it and for those who don't.
Is it possible to test your system before installation?
Our system can be connected to any car before installation, so you can hear how it works. It's very convenient because you can try it on your own car. You actually get a sense of how it will work. It's really convenient. Yes, it can be done.
Is it possible to install such a system on an electric car or on modern hybrids?
It's not the most popular category electric car drivers who come to us, but they do come and we do install it for them. Yes, it works exactly the same as on gasoline cars. Absolutely.
The most important question, how much does it cost to install the system? Let's say for a mid-size crossover, for an average car.
For a car like this, on average, the kit itself costs about 95,000 and installation is 16,000.
So the system is installed, the rear bumper is back in place, and now it's interesting to see what we've got. I'm starting the engine. Naturally, nothing has changed. The mobile app, and there we go. That's idle. Now, my car truly sounds like a powerful Mercedes-Benz G63. You can easily switch between various luxurious and high-performance vehicles, including the elegant Porsche Panamera Turbo, the iconic Mercedes-Benz SLS, the robust Porsche Cayenne Turbo, and the stylish Maserati Levante. There we go. And right here in the app, I can adjust the overall volume, the idle RPM volume ESO while I'm standing still. I can make it quieter or louder on the dynamics of the working RPM. BMW X6M. And it even feels like there's a slight vibration in the cabin, which is produced by the acoustic system. And if something suddenly gets in the way, first of all, I can turn the volume down across a very wide range. I can simply turn the system off. This is how the Geely Atlas sounds at idle. And this is precisely how the powerful BMW X6M truly sounds. To say that such an advanced system fully and completely solves the inherent issue of modern small displacement turbo engines, that is probably not the case. And if a Geely Atlas like this drives past me sounding like a G-Wagon, honestly, it'll do nothing but make me smile. But at the same time, I try to put myself in the shoes of the owner of a car like this. After all, you want your car to sound good. And objectively speaking, it has enough power. Owning a car with an advanced system like this probably adds a significant little bit of spice and excitement to your daily life. And at the very same time, when I eventually come home, I absolutely do not want to bother my wonderful neighbors in any way, shape, or form. I just turn off the loud exhaust system, or more accurately, the imitation of a loud and potentially disruptive exhaust sound. And in doing so, I ensure that I do not cause any disturbance or annoyance to my valued neighbors in the surrounding area. Friends, thank you for being with us. This was the program Useful Tips. See you next time.